welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and the passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. The opening tip is won by Dallas. 24 wins for the Mavericks a year ago. Jay, I know you can't wait to watch this young backcourt in action.
Yeah, they have the backcourt of the future. And if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, think about this. When's the last time you had an explosive backcourt? Jason Kidd, Michael Finley, maybe? Now think about Luka Doncic and also Dennis Smith Jr. A dynamic backcourt. Both guys can handle. Both guys can shoot. You lose Yogi Ferrell to free agency, but then you also draft a guy in 33rd named Jalen Brunson, who's a tough kid who won a national championship at Villanova. Safe to say the backcourt is going in the right direction for Rick Carlisle.
Harrison Barnes. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Out of bounds. Last touch by Robert Covington. Mavericks with the possession. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's his first of the game.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Inside, he scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Defense, let's go.
Smith to Barnes. Doncic lobs it up, flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Beyond the arc for three. Robert Covington is long, and it pays off with the three.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Nowitzki to Luka Doncic. Oh, he had him there for a second. Nowitzki to Dennis Smith Jr. To Jordan, down low. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Smith to Nowitzki. Baseline drive. Dirk to the basket, but a shot no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Smith with the basketball. Margins 8. To Jordan. Won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Fires the three, and made his first couple, but he misses there. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Oops, he missed the first one.
Dallas. Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jay, he's the one that got away. But why is DeAndre Jordan now right for Dallas?
Because he wants to be there. If you remember Dallas courting him back in the summer of 15, He actually committed to them verbally. And in a calamitous and emoji-filled turn of events, Jordan actually changed his mind, spurning Dallas to stay in L.A. It's good to see both sides have reconciled, and now Jordan to be the pillar in the franchise down low on the blocks for the Dallas Mavericks.
4-3. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
To Harrison Barnes. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
And the rebound taken in by Jordan. Here's Barea, trailing by 10. To Matthews. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
False. Can't connect. And a putback slam.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Wide open look won't go. They'll let one fly from half court. That ends the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach, what's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
DeAndre Jordan up and good with the putback.
That's just DJ doing what DJ does right there.
Simmons with it. His team on top by 8. To Covington. Fires the 3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Brunson. To Jordan. Short jumper off the mark. To Covington. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia from long range. Not that time. He misses. Here's Barea, trailing by 11 to Matthews. Now to Jordan, down low. T.J. McConnell snatching it out of the air. That's his first of the game. Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense. To Luka Doncic. From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Here comes the screen. Brunson to Nowitzki. Down low to Jordan. Short jumper off the mark. To Fultz. Has a look. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Dallas with the possession. Brunson to Jordan. Down low. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
DeAndre Jordan's game, we know, is better suited for being closer to the rim, but I got to give him a lot of credit. He's developed into a guy who can step out and occasionally knock down a jumper if you give him some space.
Doncic. Fultz with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. Going to launch beyond the arc. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Nowitzki calls out of bounds. Last touch by Dirk Nowitzki. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Jay, it's a huge question in Philadelphia. What can Markelle Fultz be in his second NBA season?
He could be a former #1 pick in the NBA draft. He can still be a star. I don't think any of his shooting woes had to do with that shoulder injury last season. It was mental. It was the yips. He's been getting reps this entire summer with that form, with that rhythm. And if he keeps shooting the ball the way I've seen him shoot out in California, this kid could be a star next year.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Oh, and that's stuffed by Jordan.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Embiid to Redick. Simmons. And the rebound comes down to Smith. In the front court comes Smith. Now down 6. Takes it coast to coast. And the strong finish at the rim.
My only concern with DS Jr. is that he needs to find an identity beyond being a highlight dunk waiting to happen. We've seen this before with guys like Vince Carter, who have had that much talent and also happen to possess a 48-inch vertical. You heard me correctly, a 48-inch vertical. Now, that can be tough to break through being a one-trick pony, especially when people try to keep you in that box forever.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Simmons. And the rebound taken in by Smith. To Nowitzki. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Dallas has it. Smith to Luka Doncic. To Dennis Smith Jr. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one. Oh, nice find for the basket. Long key from three-quarters court. Time expires to end the first half. It's the Sixers out in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers have the lead, but not by much. For them to get the lead, I see it happening with their transition game. They've done a great job today of working the fast break offense. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Mavericks are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Assists.
The first half is exactly what coaches want to see from their players offensively. The ball is moving, players are taking great shots, and the assist totals keep going up.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. One will perceive that Ben Simmons has already won a championship when that has not been the case. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Fultz gets it in the left corner. Trying to cash in, can't connect. Shot was forced. Smith with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. To Luka Doncic. It's the free throw. Barnes. Smith now. Off the mark. No good. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Nowitzki. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Redick. Here's a chance from long range, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And hits the first free throw. He delivers with 2 free throws. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Mavericks with the basketball. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Picked up by the Mavericks. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Smith into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Redick with it. Looking to make something happen. For 3.
That's his second personal foul.
J.J. Redick at the line. Knocks down the first. And he hits the second.
Number 25, Ben Simmons. Entering the game for the Dallas Mavericks. Number 5, Jose.
3 for 3. Nice. Dallas owns the basketball. To Jordan. Doncic. Dirk Nowitzki. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Old school equals high percentage.
Simmons. Misfires. It's no good. Here's Barea. His guys down by 9. Dario Saric able to recover with the block. That's his first of the game.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Simmons won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Barnes to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Deep right corner. To Jordan. Off the assist.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Ben Simmons with the rock. To Redick. Beyond the arc for three. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Here comes the screen. And scores on the step back. Unguardable jet.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sixers call for time as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the lead.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Simmons to Redick. Fires the three and made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Simmons brings the ball up court. 4-3. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. He was hacked. They let it go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Here's Barea. The deficit is 6. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
I'd say his game is translating to the league just fine.
Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Redick. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on... Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The 76ers have the lead. Dallas with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Smith to Barnes. Short jumper won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Inside, he scores.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Sixers control it. To Fultz. Fires the three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Second free throw off the mark. Still one to come. Smith now into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. From the painted area, won't go down. To Fultz. Joel Embiid. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good.
You do.
Smith to Nowitzki. Joel Embiid with the block. That's his third block this evening. And that's a backcourt violation. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Smith to Harrison Barnes. Shot from the lane won't go. To Covington. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. Smith with the basketball. 5-point game. Harrison Barnes. 3 for 6 now.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Goes to the left side. Has a chance. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Sixers have the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Markelle Fultz at the line for a chance at a 3-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Free throw try, off the mark. Into the front court comes Smith. His guys down 3. Robert Covington rejects it. That's his third block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Covington to McConnell from long range. Like the confidence. Tough shot there from McConnell. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Yes, Wesley Matthews. 4 out of 7.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Shot from in close, no good. Mavericks with the possession to Barnes. Matthews. Rejected.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Simmons. Sent away by Jordan.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort. And
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Short jumper off the mark. To Embiid. The shot by Simmons won't go down.
And this guy's going to come out of this game with bruises all over his body like a major heavyweight fight. He took some hard fouls in the first half. That's really deterred him from being aggressive.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul. The Mavericks signal for timeout, and they have options. Let's see, do they go for the tie in a three or play for a two and extend the game? Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Brunson to Dennis Smith Jr. Lets it fly from long range, and Dennis Smith Jr., he won't miss many of those. Hits the wide open three.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Brunson.
You open, baby. Shoot.
Matthews. That won't go. Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
To Simmons. No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Gets a shot up off the mark. Desperation shot here from half court. The Sixers are victorious as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. And it's surprising. We got such a competitive game when they hit so many threes, but they did what was necessary to finish it off. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Mavericks just couldn't close this one out. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid
made it his mission to destroy all kinds of shots. Well, mission accomplished.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.